That's my attempt at doing karate. You have seen our very first guest compete on Top Chef and Chef Hunter, and today she's making her Meatballs de Corazon.
Corazon.
Corazon. Please welcome from Los Angeles' native restaurant, Nyesha Arrington, to our home. Corazon, this is my corazon for you. I appreciate that. Also joining us at the counter from Cobra Kai, actress Courtney Hangler. Welcome, Courtney. We're going to be speaking with you in just a little bit about the Karate Kid continuation, which we're all so excited about.
So good.
Yeah.
So we're so excited about that. Exactly. Welcome to our Paige, come join us. I didn't realize you were coming to have some of these delicious meatballs.
Yay.
So Nyesha,
Yes.
the meatballs, I'll begin with the meat.
Yes. Yes.
Because they wouldn't be called meatballs otherwise.
Correct.
So, Meatballs de Corazon literally means meatballs of the heart.
Yes. My favorite way to cook. So.
From the heart.
Yes. Both literally and figuratively. We use the beef heart and.
So this is beef heart meat.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Now, I know that may sound a little frightening to people at home who don't know what beef heart is, but beef heart is really just...
It's beef heart. I mean, it's very lean. It's very delicious. It tastes just like your average steak and very iron forward, very lean, clean protein.
It's like a filet mignon.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
Yes.
And how does one get beef heart? When you go to the butcher, is it there?
Yeah, and I really encourage people to go to their local butcher and, source really great meat. It's a way to use the entire animal, and.
Well, when you make something like this, you really have to put
your heart into it.
Yeah.
He was waiting for that. He was really waiting for that nice shot. But you also have fat back in here.
A little fat back for moisture, and I love to use tofu as well. That's a way to just sort of impart some, other ingredients than just breadcrumbs, like traditionally, and a nice way to sort of wrap itself around the protein and sort of break up that protein structure in the meatball.
Is that what's
And
making
pork.
They're so light?
Yes.
It's like eating a cloud.
Yes,
I've never
exactly.
had a meatball like this.
Yes.
What is fat back? I
Essentially,
got some fat back.
Please don't tell me that it's meatball.
We're not having Larissa's fat back.
What is it really?
yeah, it's literally, the fat.
Really?
Yes,
The fat.
exactly.
Okay,
Correct.
interesting. I've never heard of it.
It's what gives it the flavor. You can put it in beans.
Yes.
And it gives it all that. Yeah, it's delicious.
Totally.
And I also love that you actually grind your own meat, which we're going to do here
Yes.
right now. Why is that important to you?
It's important to me because beef has a tendency to sort of oxidize after you grind it. So once it's exposed to air, it's really nice to be able to kind of come in and have this beautiful, fresh, vibrant meat. So, and it's really fresh and delicious. So.
And you recommend not even buying the ground beef in the display. You actually recommend getting a steak and having them grind it.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
wow, really?
Yes.
Having them grind it, so you can actually ask your butcher to
Absolutely.
Oh, are you kidding me?
These guys are doing it anyways and then packaging it. So you're going to reduce plastic. You're going to reduce the container that it's going in. If they can just grind it and give it to you right away, it's not going to sit on the shelf for,
It's even better.
Oh, wow.
There you
You
go.
can do this at the regular supermarket too. That's my secret.
100%.
Yeah, I use filet mignon in my spaghetti.
Oh,
and everyone
God,
wonders
you
why.
me.
It's
Love it.
amazing.
Fancy.
Yes, so good.
There you go. And it comes out beautifully.
Exactly.
Okay, so then we add our tofu,
Then we're going to add our tofu,
and then we add some panko.
a little bit of panko. And what's really awesome is the beef heart is less expensive because not a lot of people are enjoying it, So it's good to get it out
People
there.
don't realize. So that was that horseradish?
This is a little bit of ground ginger,
Ground ginger. Oh my goodness.
Where's the kick coming from?
a little bit of kick from cayenne pepper, a little paprika.
There you go. I knew it was
fresh
somewhere. in
turmeric is really amazing, really great for the body.
So these are
Yeah.
really interesting spices that you're putting in here.
Yes, I
Is that
really
fresh turmeric?
fresh
Yes.
ground turmeric. Yes, little
Getting it.
chopped garlic.
Whew.
All these things are really great. I love to say that, it's important to understand how food affects the
Wait,
body
is
as
that the
fuel.
cayenne right there?
Okay.
This is
Is that the
yes, a little bit of paprika, a little bit of cayenne pepper, some
Cumin?
Oh, there's
Oh, I love the
One of 'em.
cumin in
Love
there.
little smoky
That's
cumin.
interesting.
Yes.
And paprika.
So
Yeah.
where is this flavor profile from? Like this combination I've never tasted before.
Yeah, my ethos in cooking is really around sort of, encapsulating flavors from around the world. So it's a little bit of South African, a little bit of Latin with the cumin, this kind of progressive cooking with turmeric and ginger and these things that are like really great for the mind and body. So
then
yeah.
you mix this all together, and you want your meat to sit in the refrigerator for a few minutes.
Yes, you want it to sit and sort of like marry, and like all the flavors will come together.
Okay.
And
For how long
then-
would you say?
Oh, a good, you can make this the day before, totally.
Oh,
and let
good.
it hang out.
Okay.
And then,
I wondered what happened after you close the door in the refrigerator. You say they get married.
yes, they get married, and then they have
And then they
little-
procreate. Look what happened in that
never
refrigerator.
see.
Exactly.
Like the dishwasher. I always want to put a camera in the dishwasher.
Yes.
And put it in this
We have little
Ziploc bag
elves in there who actually formed the meatballs. It's amazing. Not everyone's refrigerator has this, but
So yeah, you take these, you can roll them, and then sort of like put them in the oven. You don't have to sear them or anything, and
would
add
you
another step.
let them come to room temperature before you put them in the oven?
you can not necessarily. It's
Okay.
in a steak. If you're grilling a whole steak, yeah, because you're gonna want that like medium rare temperature throughout. These you can totally go from cold,
And it's fine.
no problem.
So how long would we put them
And
in
we
the
bake
oven?
them.
You bake them,
exactly.
wow.
So because I'm like about really enjoying
There you go.
making things.
How long have they been in there?
Just about 12 minutes or so.
At 350? 350. Okay, so now we
Yes.
set these aside and we make the
Exactly.
piri-piri.
Yes.
Because this is not spaghetti and meatballs like at
No.
Paige's house. This is meatballs and piri-piri. What exactly is piri-piri?
Piri piri, it's so good. It's like a little spicy, a little tangy. It's Portuguese in origin, and you'll find this a lot in like Tunisian cooking and like South African. But yeah, just being very passionate about
Let me
those sort
turn
of
that down.
like global flavors. It's a way to add layers and beauty and texture. It's just
So
really
it's tomatoes, roasted red pepper.
roasted red pepper, some garlic, a little bit of
Ooh, vinegar.
red vinegar is going to
Okay.
cook down and add that sort of tanginess and brightness to the dish.
Sure.
Is that lemon juice? Lime juice.
A little lime juice, yes. A little lime juice.
Paprika again?
Yeah, smoky.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot of paprika.
Yes,
No,
and
the heat in here, I
Yeah,
mean, it makes it
it's
really
spicy.
heartwarming.
Cumin
Yeah.
again?
it really does. Yeah, a little
Thank
cumin.
you. I've got more if you want to go with
I know you do, Mom.
Right.
And then sugar.
A little bit of sugar. You can totally use honey or agave or any sort of sweetener, but
Okay.
it's just that nice sort of balance between tang and sweet.
I feel like my sinuses opening up.
right?
I feel like my
It's
chest
so-
opening up. It's
Yeah.
great.
Mission accomplished.
And
All about
then-
that layering.
You put the meatballs into the piri-piri as opposed to putting them in the dish and then putting the sauce on top.
Exactly. So you want to again let the flavors marry and become one. So you just let them simmer, just really coming up to room temp. I mean to hot throughout, and then you can garnish with whatever you like. I try to sort of have this layer of like if I'm using cilantro in the dish, I'm going to add a little bit more fresh
Sure.
cilantro on the back. At the restaurant, we serve these with a whole roasted sweet potato.
Oh, beautiful.
And then we change it, kind of
Yeah.
seasonally.
Could I have some more piri-piri, please?
Of course.
I mean, you could put this piri-piri on anything.
You really can, absolutely. It's beautiful on fish.
I was going to ask you because there's so much meat into this recipe, but yet you're doing an event that's called a no feast beast event, which
Yes.
means
Oh,
so
tell us about
beautiful.
that.
Yes, so part of Food Bowl, participating in a few events. Tonight's we're going to do some panel discussions and a bunch of different events. But the No Beast Feast is one I'm very passionate and very excited about. As we're making meatballs today, but I think it's really important to be able to celebrate the vegetable and cooking with some very talented all-female chefs and
Who have been here.
who have been
Valerie
here.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Valerie,
Yeah. Love Valerie. Oh,
yes,
she's so
love her.
wonderful. Yeah.
Antonia LaFaso.
Ben here.
Love her.
Love
Love
her.
her.
Yes.
Tons of personality.
yes.
But it's no meat. There's no beef
No.
heart, no nothing.
Exactly. Just celebrating
it's-
the vegetable
Yeah.
and
There'll be a lot of beats.
yes.
There'll be a lot of
Yeah.
beats. So
Will
then
be
would you
beats.
say the event is heartless?
No, but we will be turning up the beat.
I'll just say That's it, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
And they'll be serving a lot of heart of palm.